Welcome everyone. Today we are going to, or this evening, we are going to do a reading, really calling in our spirit guides of the highest, um, just to help us in any way we need help, answer maybe some questions that we have. We're leaving a 5 universal year, and that's why I know I've been called to do many more of these type of readings than really in a long, long time. So I get it, right? Because 5 is about change, and sometimes maybe we don't want to change, and then we're faced with resistance. So whatever, we're gonna leave it open. We're moving into the year of the lovers. By the way, did I say this is for all signs? It doesn't matter what your sign is. And I feel the more that you come to these readings, you'll just trust your intuition. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like you'll know. You'll know. All right, let's begin. We have the Page of Pentacles. He was just like, well, he's not going to do it here, but he was spinning. So when I picked him up, I kind of picked him up in reverse, but I'm going to put him in the upright, but I'm going to remember he was in reverse. Um, Page brings the news. Often feel pages of self and the areas that, like that you're really, what do I want to say, are really prevalent in your life. So cups, emotions. We have justice, card of Libra. We have the King of Cups. I don't know if there's a divorce between two. Maybe one's younger. Let's talk about a child and a father. They're looking in opposite directions. We have the Palace of Cups. Wow. We have a hell of a lot of cups. And then justice. Justice is really about, even in the legal terms, about making you whole again, right? Not better than, not worse than, but whole again. This king is looking towards the Palace of Cups, but this page is not. All right, we have the Hermit, card of Virgo. We have the Sun. Look at that. Look. 3 major arcanas together. Ruler of Leo. Wow. Is today the solstice? It just might be. Interesting. We have the 7 of Swords. And we have the 6 of Cups. Wow. Please excuse me. I feel right off the bat that there's this distance between this page and this king. This page can be someone younger, could be the child, but it could be you, and you may be younger than this king. And it's interesting because I feel like, the page is the one who's carrying the wisdom of the hermit, where the king is carrying the energy of the seven of swords. So I feel like it's sometime, somewhere, this king may have become untrustworthy. Um, but he's like, it's almost like, but he, unbeknownst to him, he's like getting ready to head right into the sun. And listen, if this is talking about a divorce and you're in the proceedings right now, I feel like there may be someone who is like trying to hide, and maybe it is attorney, I don't know, but in some way I feel like someone is like, they don't even know it. It's like their misgivings, let's say, are coming to light, and they're coming to light right under justice. It's funny because, and I'm sorry I keep saying it's funny, it's not funny, but in a way, it's like this person kind of, in a way, stole memories. Um, you know, and I'm saying memories, but then I'm thinking, were all these memories based in, what this person may even be capable of giving? Because this person is more capable of taking. But nonetheless, it's interesting, and I'm thinking, well, boy, if I'm sitting in a court of law, and there's, the plaintiff and the defendant, um, you are the energy of the hermit, and they are coming right into the energy of the sun. So, what you think about that? So some of you may be going through something like this. It's like keep your wits about you. Keep your wits about you, because I don't feel like it's almost like I don't feel like they need any help. Um, you know, naively, naively. Okay, well, let's see what's going on. Let's keep going. Well, with the Five of Wands on the bottom of the deck, first of all, this is why I'm being felt to do a lot of these reading, is because I feel a lot of us are closing out some very difficult chapters. The Five of Wands is really no victor in this energy. There's a lot of egotistical type energy. Um, no one will back down in that type of energy, and it is hard energy to live in. It's almost like no matter what I do, I will not be right. And then I think what I have to do is just accept that. Right by whose standards, right? Like, whose standards am I deciding if I'm right or wrong? So there's like an awareness, an awakening, because I do feel like, I want to say, like, this wisdom that you've been gaining, and I know many of you have. I see it, I feel it. I was just thinking of it the other day, like how I used to see the Eight of Swords in every single reading. And it's just because, it's like everything was coming out. And now I can feel you guys evolving. And I see our readings evolving with that. Do you know what I mean? You know what I mean? So, simply, what I'm saying is, I feel like a point comes when it's almost like enough is enough, right? So, if this moves to a court of law, it feels like, again, um, I can't guarantee you, but I feel like it's on your side. There may be someone who even moved from like their hometown for someone, and you may have figured out pretty quickly that I don't know, like words on the phone are different than people in motion in front of you. Does that make sense? Don't beat yourself up. Be like, dang it. Do what you can to recoup. You know what I mean? And move on if you gotta move on. You know, I do feel like there's a disappointment here, though, of, you know, something on how I thought it would be and then really how it is. Almost like I would have rather have kept my cherished, you know, I keep thinking memories, but that's not the word I'm thinking. Fantasies. Like the fantasy of you and I. You know, and how before anything gets in the way, how far that can grow, right? And then, you know, reality comes. Reality comes. Okay. We have the Ten of Pentacles. Someone may be working from home and maybe doing pretty well. Well, you know, how interesting. I said, like, I mean, we do see this card, don't get me wrong, but we used to see it really in every reading, and, you know, someone is like, oh, I wish I wouldn't have said that. But here it is. We have the Six of Cups. Huh. You know, that's putting the King of Cups in this energy of the Six of Cups. You know, I don't know. Some of you may be, you might be in that energy right now. And it may be difficult. And you may be asking yourself, should I cut these ties? A lot of flipping. We have the Ace of Cups. Wow. We have the Eight of Cups. We have the King of Swords. Can be Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. We have the Three of Pentacles. And then we have the Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, you know, it's almost like someone is stealing like your ideas. Why is that? It's like, I don't know. I almost feel like a copycat in a way. But why? I'm not sure why. Okay, well, let me try to figure this out. First of all, you know, there's a lot of love on the table. There is a lot of love on the table. But there's also some energy that is kind of distrustworthy. Makes me worry a little bit, you know, for you. But yet, in the same breath, I feel like, you know, the sun being here is the illumination. Interesting, you got Virgo and Leo side by side there. And, boy, all of a sudden I'm seeing the power in that. The power in that. Sorry. You know, I have two eights. I have the Eight of Swords and then I have the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Swords coming over justice. This is something that, you know, um, I feel like if I don't want to do it, maybe more because of everything that's going to follow. But then the Hermit also has that energy. So, you know, it's your wisdom carrying you through and the sun right there for you. We have the Nine of Wands. I don't even know where I'm going. So I'm going to go right down the middle. We have the Seven of Swords again. First of all, I feel like if you're someone and you're worried you're going to get caught about something, don't do it because, you know, this may not be a good time to do something that you don't want to have seen, you know, people see. I don't know. All right, with the Six of Swords, we have the Queen of Wands. And then we have the moon. So we have the sun, we have the moon. Card of Pisces, ruler of Cancer. Well, you know, I'm seeing this a couple different ways because I'm seeing for some, there may be a King of Swords. So let's just say different type of king, a king who I don't know. I feel like there's something going on where there's like you being you is, I don't know if it's being questioned, but it's like you being stolen in some way. Being stolen in some way. And I feel like all it takes is you knowing that to stop that. Um, but I feel like and I feel like really anything that's going against you is coming towards the sun. So, in a way, you don't have to worry because everything's going to be illuminated. But the only thing I worry about with the Eight of Swords is you having this blindfold on. Somebody having a blindfold on. And it just means, you know, I've kind of built this wall of comfort around me, protection around me. And to move beyond that, you know, may seem difficult. Maybe, you know, maybe you're sitting in the Ten of Pentacles, you know, which means that you have, you know, like, my life looks good. You know, how do I want to say it? Like in the earthly form, but the love, not so much. Not so much. Um, but here's the thing. I feel like this is just about you knowing that, seeing that, realizing that. Because then I think the Six of Swords is you really moving out of that energy, cutting that energy out, divorcing that energy, whatever that may be to you or for you. Again, Seven of Swords right over the sun. Anything that, you know, I feel like is not of your benefit, untrustworthy, it will be illuminated. Now, you still have the option to do what you want to do, but it's like the sun will be there to illuminate it. So, anyways, because I feel like there's this piece of you missing, and you need to go find it. You need to go find it. And it feels like, you know, it's like a journey outside myself, but also within myself because it's your effort, your focus. It's about you growing something. It's about It's about a piece of you, a uniqueness within you coming to light, right? It hasn't been in the light. Quite the opposite. You know, it's almost like my mind's been too busy over here, like worrying all the time. Somebody being loyal is this, you know, I feel like if I have to ask the question, I gotta look at that right there. Like, why am I asking these questions? Is it coming from my insecurities, or is this person literally giving me reason? And, you know, stop, think. You know, all of a sudden I'm thinking of a fire, like drop. What is that? Drop, roll. Um, you know, you learn the exercise. Okay, what else am I seeing here? You know, I'm wondering if there's like someone outside of all this who, in their way, are, you know, it looks like this King of Cups is looking for love. I have to say that. I feel like this King of Cups is looking for love. So it may be the King of Swords that is being, you know, the swords being used on. He's in line with that energy, by the way, because the king seems to have his eyes focused on the Palace of Cups, and I feel like that's an ultimate destination, right? It's not a place that I'm just going to pass through. This is where I want to be, where I'm going to settle, um, you know, where I'm going to live. It's my home base. It's my people, my family, all that. And, you know, what's above it? The Ace of Cups. You know, it's like unconditional love. And I feel like this king is looking for that. And listen, this could be somebody you know, because the Six of Cups does come out with him. Um, it's interesting though, because it's like the Eight of Swords is there though. Okay, let's look at that Eight of Swords a little deeper. We have the Devil, card of Capricorn. I don't know why I always say it like that, the Devil. Um, but this is energy that can tempt you. You know, maybe I don't want to be tempted. Maybe the only way I feel safe from being tempted or tied, or whatever it is to keep this armor around myself. You know, I have to say too, it's like I feel that there are relationships where, you know, next year is the year of the lovers. And not all relationships are meant to last forever. That's just a fact. We think they are, but, you know, different relationships bring different things. And it's hard to think about, oh my God, like, how do I get out of the comfort of what I'm in? To start something new. I know. I just went through it. And it took me a long time. And I went through every single fear factor. Like everything rose up. Like, oh my God, I'm gonna have to be this way and I'll have to be that way, because, you know, when you're used to just worrying about you, um, or being by yourself, then moving into a relationship, like, you know, living together. So anyway, all I'm saying is, and it's interesting because this may be what someone's going through. So I get that. But can I tell you I'm on the other side of that, and every single one of those fears that I had, not one of them had merit. Not one of them. So, but they did then. They held a lot of weight. Okay. Geez, that's like way too many cards. Can't do it. It's almost like I'm telling the cards to come out a little bit more respectful. We have the Hermit again. We have the Five of Pentacles. We have the Five of Cups. Interesting. Look at all those fives. And then we have the King of Wands. I think we have every king on the table, don't we? Who are we missing? Or King of Pentacles, maybe? I don't know. Wow. You know, it's like I'm on this boat by myself. And I am, you know, by the light of the moon, I'm leaving. I'm changing my life. I'm moving forward. I know it's not going to be easy, but I feel like I carry the energy of the Hermit with me. And the Hermit is my, let's just say the Hermit is you, no matter your sign. But it's the beacon of light. So, you know, as I'm traveling, I feel like I have this light. I have this light to travel by. And that light is like the sun. You know, it illuminates anything that's not good that's in my way. So I can avoid it. I can go around it. I can skip it. You know what I mean? Or I can go through it. Because I feel like, you know, in this energy I'm strong enough to go through it. If that has to be the case, I'll go through it. But I'm heading somewhere. So it's interesting because I feel like this Five of Cups, you know, like when I'm over here, I feel like even though I'm in a situation that this reading was supposed to be short, but even though I feel like there's something here, right, that may need change, but the thought of it is hard. And I feel like it comes more from like knowing that, okay, that means effort now has to be involved. But I feel like during that time period, I feel like your mind also went to someone. You thought about someone. And maybe someone thought about you. And, you know, I'm not guaranteeing this, but I feel like it's saying that, you know, that's what lies ahead. And sometimes it feels like that's what we're being drawn to. You know, someone is out there in their boat by the moon's light, finding themselves, finding that unique piece of themselves again that does seem like it was taken away, given away, stolen, however you want to say it. It can't really be given, you know, it's not a physical thing. So, I feel like, I don't know where I was going with that, except I feel like, you know, it's drawing a lot of you to, just like how I feel drawn to do more of these readings, right? It's drawing more, it's drawing you on a path. Wow, I just realized I got the moon here. I keep saying the moon's light. Huh. You know, some of you may be like, can I do it? Can I do it? Of course you can do it. You can do it. You know, the Hermit, I feel like, is the wisdom of all your lifetimes, of the collective. the collective's lives. You know what I mean? So, um, you know, everything has been done before. I don't know. I feel like there's a solution to every problem. That type of thing. And I feel like it's the energy of not giving up. Don't give up, right? Don't give up. Use your experiences as your wisdom that feeds you, that becomes your fuel. You know, it helps this boat move forward. You know, if I have to move through these, choppy waters, then so be it. But I feel like there's also ways around it. I do feel like some people are being called back together. I don't feel like it has anything to do with that energy I was just talking about. I feel like this is something, um, I don't know. I just feel like you're being guided together. And, you have to either get in that ship or not. You know, it's funny because it's like you're sailing right over the Seven of Swords. Like, its effect just doesn't have, it just doesn't have any effect on you anymore, right? It's like, you can't, you can't use that. You can't take that power, away from me anymore. Um, you know what I mean? It's just like I sail right over it. So, this reading feels a little, I don't know, strange to me, but I know I have learned that it doesn't matter what my perception is, it's about you. Because you all will see it differently, and that's okay. You'll see it as you're meant to. Um, anyway, let's leave it there. Let's leave it there. I just feel like, if I could like wrap it up in a, let's just say a title, I don't even know what I would put right now. All I know is you have the Palace of Cups and the Ace of Cups. I know you have beautiful energy around it, but I also know that you have energy that where there could have been quick change around it at the same time. A lot of fives around it. It could have happened way back when. I don't know that that even matters really, because I don't know. I kind of feel like, does that matter? So I kind of feel like, that probably means that we come to the table like as different people, right? We have life behind us, probably individually. I feel like a lot of you are finding that peace within you. There's a piece of something, kind of like a wish that's been implanted in your soul. And I feel like it's something of your own. So it's your own talent. And it may just be how to take a story, your own story, and put it to paper, right? I don't know. I don't know. I feel like it's kind of really endless because it's really you, and you, you have to find it. Um, but I feel like, this is a great energy of collaboration too. Um, it's interesting too. The six of, or the eight of Pentacles comes over the six of cups down here, and that kind of answers the problem, like, or I mean a question like, well, this will work. Well, six of Pentacles says whatever you put your focus on is what you're going to grow. So if you want it to grow, you can grow it. Now, you cannot control another, of course. But this is different. This is what I feel feels drawn to, what you feel drawn to. I feel like, you also know things that are not good at the same time. I'm just kind of glancing around. I don't know why I don't want to let you go. We have the Queen of Wands here, and she's touching the Six of Cups. She's also touching the Five of Cups, but she's also touching the Palace of Cups. And it doesn't have to be a fire sign, but it would be the energy of someone who is like ready to move forward. This is someone who moves according to like my desire. You know, my desire becomes stronger than my fear. Um, but this is someone I feel like who has learned, you know, when to take action, when not to take action. But it's not, I don't know if it's even about that. I feel like she's our intuitive queen too, so like, you know, she moves according to that. So I don't want to forget her down here because I feel like that's you also. Or, you know, it's someone else, but I feel like it's kind of you. We do have the king and the queen. But there's kind of like separation between them two. Anyway, I think I'm going to leave it there. Um, yeah, I'm going to leave it here, guys. I want to thank you, as always. I'm just trying to help you get through the rest of 2021. Um, you know, I hope these help you. You let me know through your comments. You're not obligated to comment, but I do love it when you do comment. So thank you for that. Thank you for everything you have done for me for 2021. Thank you for your donations, which really help keep the channel alive. You know, without them, you know, I wouldn't be able to stay here. So thank you. Thank you for allowing me just to be me and do the type of readings I like to do. I just kind of, I don't know. And I feel all of your energy. Like I allow myself to feel everyone's energy. So I feel you in here. Um, I just don't want to call out names because then people are like, well, did you feel me or did you feel me? I feel like you need to feel yourself in here. But, you know, it's like, I feel like my guides, like, allow me to see the bigger picture of it all. So, anyways, we're going to leave it there. Um, Thank you for subscribing, becoming part of the channel. Don't forget to ring that bell. You know, I don't know. I think I should just do away with the bell. It's like if you don't want to watch it, swipe it. Anyway, just my point of view. Anyway, thank you just for sharing it on social media. I'm still talking. Thank you for everything, guys. I love you. This is just to get you to 2026. There seems to be, um, I don't know, potentially magic in a way. It feels like a lot of people like moving into their creative houses, but I also feel love. It is the year of the lovers. You know, I can't forget that. It's the year of the lovers. So, and it is, you know, 2022, or I should say, a sixth universal year. There are more people who get married. Now, that could be the end of the year, but that means that they're meeting someone that is marriage worth. You know what I mean? So, anything can happen, and it can happen in like a second. So, I love you. I will see you next time at my table. Bye bye.